We know that there is a surah in the Quran about jinn. It is short, but it gives so much knowledge about them. We know that they are strong, and misguided humans worship them. Of course, they are powerful enough to fool some humans into believing that they are gods. They were allowed to go near the heavens for a long time, which means that they saw angels. They already know about dimensions that humans do not fully understand, and they know how we cannot see them unless Allah allows it or unless they want us to. They also used to steal pieces of information from the heavens about what the angels were discussing. Then they would pass that information to humans to maintain the illusion that they are divine or all knowing. Many people imagine jinns as only evil creatures, but Islam does not teach that. Some jinns are kind hearted and just. In Surah Jinn, they admitted that among them are the righteous and among them are those who are unjust. That alone shows how similar they are to humans in terms of choice and responsibility. At the same time, Islam warns people very strongly against trying to contact jinns. Many magicians, fortune tellers, fake healers, and black magic practitioners claim to control jinns. In reality, these relationships are usually built on corruption, deception, and shirk. The jinn may help them in small ways, only to misguide them further later on. That is why Islam strictly warns us against seeking hidden knowledge or supernatural help from them. What amazes me is that some jinns chose the wrong path, even after seeing so much. They witnessed things humans cannot even imagine. Yet, arrogance and desire still led many of them astray. So, what lessons do I take from this? I personally find myself thinking about two important lessons. One, the signs are clear, yet many reject them. People who keep saying that there is no proof of Allah either have not thought deeply enough about life or simply say to mock religion. Look around us. We have camels that can survive in harsh deserts without water for long periods. We have hundreds of venomous and poisonous creatures with abilities that still amaze scientists. Humans continue discovering strange creatures deep in the oceans, and people openly admit that we still have not explored most of the sea. And let's leave animals aside for a moment. Just look at humans themselves. Look at the human brain and how it works. Scientists still have not fully understood it, nor can they create an exact replica of it. Every single part of creation points towards intelligence, balance, and purpose. Some people also say, if Allah exists, why is there so much evil in the world? But who causes most of that evil? Humans themselves. Did Allah send people to spread corruption? Did He send angels to guide humans towards evil? No. He did the complete opposite. Again and again. Allah sent prophets, guidance, mercy, and warnings for humanity. He taught people what is right and what is wrong. Yet humans often lean towards greed, arrogance, violence, and desire. The truth is that humans hate taking responsibility. So instead of blaming themselves, they blame Allah to make themselves appear innocent. But blaming Him does not change reality. Allah gave humans free will, and many people misuse it. The second thing I learned from this surah: believing in Allah is more than just admitting He exists. Being Muslim is not just believing that Allah is one or believing in angels. Even many jinns knew these things. Some of them most likely saw angels with their own eyes. They knew Allah's power was real. Yet, many still wanted worship, power, and control for themselves. Why? Because the hunger of power blinded them. And honestly, humans can fall into the same mistake. A person can say that Allah is the most powerful, yet still run towards jinns, fake spiritual leaders, fortune tellers, priests, or scholars. believing that these people themselves hold power over destiny. Asking someone for advice or help is completely different, but praying to them, depending on them spiritually, or believing they control your fate crosses a dangerous line. A Muslim should rely only on Allah. People must understand the difference between seeking help and worshipping someone. Sadly, many forget that line. And that is where the business of religion begins. Religion becomes less about sincerity and more about money, control, fear, and influence. And honestly, that is also one of the reasons why many outsiders ridicule religion. Instead of feeling attracted to it, they see corruption done by people and mistake it for the religion itself. Islam teaches humility, sincerity, justice, and worship of Allah alone. Humans are the ones who often corrupt things for their own benefit. At the end of the day, Surah Jinn reminds me that guidance is a choice. Even beings who witnessed incredible things still had the freedom to choose between truth and arrogance. So, guidance is not only about seeing miracles, it is also about sincerity, humility, and the willingness to submit to Allah. That is all I wanted to share with you all today. I hope some of this was beneficial and gave you something to think about. Some part of this blog also include my personal reflection and interpretation based on Islamic teachings. They are not meant to replace proper scholarly knowledge. If anything I said today here is incorrect, may Allah forgive me, and you all people are welcomed to correct me. It is very much appreciated. Assalamu alaikum.